It's Thursday night, everybody, and you know what that means. It is time for the Izzyverse. Welcome, everybody, to our show for today. We have a great show lined up, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of things to get down. So I'm going to go super quick this morning. Well, this morning. What am I saying this morning? This evening, guys. It's evening, and we're going to be doing our Kickstarter show for this month. I have with me Ralph with me, and I do have some special guests as well. But before we do that, you guys know how I do things. I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about a few plugs that are coming up for the next couple of days. Well, starting with tomorrow. Tomorrow is Terrific Con, and yes, I will be at Terrific Con. I'll be roaming the show. I'll be only there for Friday, and we'll be hanging out, talking to a couple of people, making some recordings. So if you're at Terrific Con and you spot me, stop by and say hi to me because I will do something for you, and I might have some stuff with me. So come check that out. Terrific Con tomorrow at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Also next week, Poochie Con. Yes, I am going to be part of the triple threat team with Tokyo Bronx Creative Comics. We also have Rolla's going to be there. A lot of good stuff happening in Poochie Con. I'm really excited about that. I also have a panel there that I'm excited to talk a little bit more about when we get there. And also next week, we had him here in the show last month. Phenom, not Venom, Phenom Comics, Hunter Ninja Bear, written by Chuck Dixon with art by Mel Rubik. We're going to have some of the team with us next week at this exact time on Thursday. Be on the lookout for that one. I'll be posting some information out there as well. So, now that we got that out of the way, it's time to start talking about our Kickstarter project. So, with me, as always, we have the one and only Ralph from Bitten Apple TV, man. What's going on, Ralph?
What's up? It's time to party with the Kickstarter. So let's kick it to you with the kicking, or everything's just kicking.
We're going to kick, we're going to start, we're going to do all sorts of stuff. Now, conspicuous by his absence, Phil Russertt will not be joining us, unfortunately. He was too busy playing Superstar over in San Diego.
I think he just got home from San Diego.
He just got home from San Diego.
Because I know he was stuck at the airport yesterday.
Yeah, I heard there was all sorts of crazy stuff. I was seeing all his stuff that he had posted on Facebook and things. So, Phil, we wish you the best. We know you're home. We will see you again, and I'm sure you'll catch up for the next show. So I know you announced him being on the show, and I was like, he hasn't been responding, man.
I figured he's on the show, and whether he shows or he doesn't show, he's still here by heart.
He's still here by heart. Exactly. So let's go ahead.
Show off his Kickstarter that's going to start soon.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about his new Kickstarter project that's about to start really soon. And we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of Kickstarter projects that we're going to talk about. Let's go ahead and start with our first project that we want to showcase. And for that, we're going to bring in our next guest. right? And I see we have Jeremy. How we doing, Jeremy? Now let's see. We can unmute that microphone.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Oh, it
oh yeah,
sounds
that
much
definitely
better.
sounds much better. Jeremy, and with Jeremy is on, I guess, in the different room. We got Julissa. Hey, Julissa.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, good, good. So, what we're going to talk a little bit about is your project right now. We're going to look at your project, Leon, not Lee. All right. So, before we start talking about this project, tell me a little bit about the project, guys.
So basically I'm the writer and Jeremy is the artist. So basically it's kind of like a graphic, it's like a comic book, kind of like loosely based on kind of how we got together as a couple in a way, kind of putting like a positive representation for both our communities.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty much kind of like, were you asking for like the plot or like the,
Yeah.
or yeah.
Awesome. And Jeremy, what's your role in this project here?
So Julissa was the writer, she just said, and I'm the illustrator.
So
And
you're the illustrator? Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
but
So let's talk a little bit about this project. I'm gonna go ahead and post it up now so you guys so everybody can see it on the screen. So give me a second here while I get that to you. So there we go. All right, a graphic novel about the turbulent life of a young Chinese American man who must choose between conformity and individuality. All right, explain to me a little bit about that concept.
So I would say it's kind of like it's kind of just like I feel like all minorities sort of go through this, or anyone who's sort of like not as immersed in their culture as they would sort of be expected to be. Because Leon in the story, he kind of returns back to Hong Kong to kind of reconnect with his estranged father. So he pretty much tries to conform with whatever his father wants him to do because he just is so desperate for his approval. So he is kind of expected to be like obedient, sort of be passive, kind of stay quiet, and he's kind of expected to marry his second fiance, but it's kind of not really someone he wants to marry. But I guess that all changes when so he kind of is kind of labeled as a kind of like a loser. He kind of doesn't know how to work for himself. So then he starts working at his father's restaurant. And then he meets Valentina, who is a Colombian woman, and she kind of encourages him to sort of like pursue his dreams. That's pretty much
Oh,
the
great! I love this image right here. This one in particular is kind of. It looks like there was a lot of work done there. So, Jeremy, tell me a little bit about how that one, how you worked on that particular image.
yeah, so it's it's setting is Hong Kong, so typical like from what you see in the films or whatnot, you see like a lot of like advertising. You see all those like signs. They're all like neon and like lit up, and then there's like a lot of cars, a lot of like life going on. Like there's a guy like in the green crew neck sweater. He's like pulling his bike. There's
I see
like
him right there.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's like some buses or whatever, and like cars in the background, and like
Hmm.
there's some little like construction on the like right hand side. There's a guy
Hmm.
like chilling on the support beam, whatnot. We try to make it like as like alive as possible, like close to like what you would see like if you were to walk down like busy street in like New York.
Yeah.
It
Now
definitely has that
notice.
feeling.
Yeah, it does. And one thing I noticed a little bit is the your choice of colors. Like they're very vibrant,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
at the same time, it's almost moot in a weird way. I don't know if that's the best way of saying it. Where it's not it's vibrant, but it's not overly bright. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but I love the characterizations here of the two.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So you got Leon, you got Valentina in Street Market. It's really nice there. I love the way it looks at it. So, and so Julissa, tell me a little bit more about how this project came about, like why you guys decided to do this project.
to be honest, I'm sorry for the noise in the background. So the thing is, I guess since me and Jeremy are a couple, I guess it's more like that really influences my writing. I think just like all the criticism that we have gone through, being an interracial couple, sometimes it has its difficulties, it has its great moments because we're both immersed in like different cultures. Like Jeremy loves Colombian food, he's fluent in Spanish, and it's just such a great thing, like a great unity. So when I was writing Leon Not Lee, it was very influenced by what we went through and our own insecurities that we have as a couple.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, this is a great picture. I love this image right here. Ralph, you have anything you'd like to add on to that?
It's very vibrant. They caught my attention when I saw them at Eternal Con,
Mm-hmm.
and they I feel like they have something here, and you guys really should support this. It has good color. It's a good piece. It has it's just beautiful. The story, the art. I think you guys would really connect with this. And look at that shot right there. That's
Yeah.
just amazing. I can't, it has that little George Perez vibe. When George Perez puts all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I love all the freaking little words, the beep beep, the vroom. It's all comic book to me. So
Yeah. Yeah, it has an anime taste to it as well, right? So Jeremy, so as far as the look and feel, what was some of the inspirations that you had when you were working on the artwork for this book?
So essentially, like you're right. It is kind of loosely anime based. I don't know, like I'm not really like art critic or whatever, but I did watch a lot of anime growing up, like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, like kind of like those animes where it's like they incorporate like it's like really weird, like incorporates like urban elements like funk, jazz, or like kind of like I don't know how to describe it, like almost like late night energy.
Yeah.
I watch like a lot of Adult Swim, so I think,
Like acid jazz type of thing, right? That's probably
exactly. You said it better than I did. Like it's jazz was definitely in my head.
It doesn't have a jazzy feel to it. I always have music in my head, and when I'm looking at this, I have this jazz soundtrack going on. So it helps you guys out. But I'm always like, especially when I read comics, there's my own personal music that I start putting in when I look at something, and this has a nice jazzy feel to it.
It does, right? You could sense that jazzy feeling, almost like what was that Kickstarter movie that came out not that long ago?
Oh, Soul, yeah.
Oh,
Soul, yes. Which I'm still amazed that the music was done by Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. So totally not jazz.
People have levels, man. People have levels.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So I absolutely love it, man. When I met you guys were such a nice group. Such a nice couple when we met you in Eternal Con and stuff. And one of the things that really shocked me, and I have to ask this question about you, Jalissa, is you were raised in Colombia or you were raised here in the States?
I was raised here in the States.
Okay, because when you started talking to me in Spanish and you kept that Colombian accent, I was in my head. I was like, she's messing with my head with her accent, because again, it's like when when it's very clear when you hear someone as Spanish as English as a second language, you very clearly go, oh, okay, I know this person. English is a second language, but in your case, it's like it was like such a perfect blend that it was driving me crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you caught that, Ralph, when you first heard her talking. I just was driving me nuts. I was like, I can't believe it's just.
The quick switch. I know. I do that with Jeremy too, and he's like, "Wait, what's going on?" No, I do with the other people. It's like a shock because of how I look and everything. Yeah.
Well, it's not even the look; it's just the accent. You know what I mean? That's what I'm referring to more than anything. But you guys are great. I love this work. We had a chance to talk a little bit more in the Queen's Comic Party, And then, are you guys doing anything else? Are you guys planning to go out to any other shows anytime soon?
Yeah, I think we're going to Geek Out in Staten Island, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I think we're gonna
cool.
be there. Yeah.
Yeah, because
When's
yeah,
when's that one coming?
um,
Um,
I think August 13th.
yeah, August
Oh,
13th.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so actually, we for Queen's Comic Party before that event, we were actually in RockCon. We were all the way in Jersey, so
Yeah.
that was a really long day for us. But yeah, it was like such a great opportunity. Like going to conventions and speaking to people, it's really awesome. To be honest, yeah.
Yeah, that's where you got. That's where you got to get these things out. That's where people get to see it. Kickstarter is such a great thing, and I see. Going back to the Kickstarter in itself. I see that you guys are doing. You're on a very good pacing now.
Yeah.
You have 2 weeks to go. You got 14 days, and you're at 1346 with a goal of $2,000. Can you tell me a little bit of why you chose that goal of $2,000? What do you want the $2,000 to help accomplish?
Um,
So it's like, well, the one thing we just talked about, like going to conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the way it is right now, it's just me and her working on the comic. Usually, I know most comic books, they have like a team, like someone's an illustrator, someone's like the lead artist or whatnot, and then like you have the writer. Like we're just a 2-person team, and we ideally want to like hire more people and to help us like make the comic like much quicker, like easier to be done. And then there's like publishing costs too in the future.
Yeah, publishing costs, man.
yeah.
I don't miss doing that. I'll tell you that much. I don't miss doing that.
And also to sort of put more investment in like our website and everything, because I know that you mentioned when you were having that little panel like about like having your own domain, because when we make like our own free site, it's like 6321, and we just want it to be like hanwenproductions.com, so
Yeah.
it also costs a bit.
Yeah, so yeah, with the YouTube, when we were doing the YouTube panel in Eternal Con, which Ralph was a part of, I know that much. We talked a little bit about that. Very fun panel, wasn't it?
Oh, it's a blast, And I like
Yeah,
the fact that
definitely.
people were listening and paying attention to all the bits and pieces we threw out there.
Yeah, and me saying stupid things that go viral. All right, but obviously, the goal here is to get the book out and to continue working on more things to come. I take it, am I right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like to get like a bigger team, to get more, and to invest more for promotions, like to do more, more posts, or like like on Instagram and all that stuff, so we can get more, more of a support, I guess.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you. You guys are welcome to stick around unless you have to step out. We're going to put the project. The project already is in the description. So if you guys are in the description of the YouTube channel, you could go right there to click on the project. It's Leon, not Lee. But again, you guys are welcome to stick around. I don't know if you can stick around or not, but if you can, that'll be great. So it's really your call. We're gonna go to our next choice, and I think I'm gonna go with that. Well, Ralph, that was your pick. It was actually going to be my pick, but you got me. You got me to it.
I beat you to it. Yeah.
You beat me to it. So I guess I'm going to go next, right?
Yeah.
So the next pick I'm going to take is, and let me go ahead and stop this screen sharing, and we're going to go to the next one.
Thank you so much, Izzy. So I just want
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead with the next project, and this project that I picked up is called Lampblack. All right, Lampblack. Okay, and again, thank you guys for coming in. We're gonna go to our next project, which is called Lampblack, a fantasy horror comic in cinematic style. So, just when you hear that, what do you think, man?
I think of a great little fantasy little piece. I know you showed this to me, and it got me excited just from looking at it. So,
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, this is so cool. So let's go ahead and take an opportunity. Let me make sure. You know what? I didn't even check to see if the sound was on. So let me go back to see if I could get some sound on this baby. But Let's see here.
Yeah, because you showed me the
Oh
bits and
yes, sir.
pieces, and I was all like, "Hey, this looks really good." It
It
doesn't
looks
even
good,
look
right?
too much fantasy horror, you know. It
I
looks
know, right?
fantasy.
All right, so let's go ahead and see Lampblack. I put it right at the end. Look at that. Okay, now we hit the play button.
Here we go.
Now I'm not getting any sound. How much?
Oh, I can hear it.
You can hear it? Okay, so I can't hear it.
Welcome to the world of Lampblack, a place inspired by the wonder of fantasies
Okay, I
like
know why I
Spirited
can
Away, Zelda, Harry Potter, and Pokemon.
Ooh, I like that combination.
This coming-of-age story is about an artist who has the ability to bring anything she paints to life, and about a deaf boy who yearns to become a soldier. Theirs is a story of passion, art, and war. Together, they will explore this world haunted by ink blots, monsters that rise from the ink. Their magic will shape the future of this world.
Lampblack is a love letter to Hayao Miyazaki's movies. This oversized landscape comic is produced in a sweeping cinematic format and is a visual treat for readers who are whisked away to a world of impossibility. Fantastical creatures and beautiful magical settings, all set against a backdrop of war with terrifying monsters that lurk in the ink. This project also features the visual beauty of American Sign Language with help from our ASL consultant. My name is Pablo.
My name is Camille, and this is Lampblack. We invite you to back our project today and bring this story to life.
So,
Really beautiful, man. You know, and that's what caught me when you sent it to me, is how beautiful it looks.
yeah. It's definitely taking up that Studio Ghibli vibe with
Oh,
it.
definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. There's so many things. And look, one of the things that they did that was really great was that they
Yeah.
give you the ability to download a preview. So if you're unsure whether or not you want to support this group, download the preview, read it,
Yeah,
take a
there you
look at
go.
it, see, it's always worth to check it out, especially with beautiful art style like that. The colors are beautiful, and yes, it does give you that Studio Ghibli fandom. Also, you could see a little bit of that Harry Potter, like they said, the
Oh,
Fantastic
definitely.
Beasts.
All those influences you can see in it, you know.
Yeah.
I like the combination they have because it does feel at the same time like a video game.
Yeah. Just look at the color coordination there. That is a person that knows color. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the tone, right? The staircases, the buildings, and just the right amount of colors that you have different colors of the rainbow, but it's not none of the colors are fighting against each other. In
Right.
fact, they're working together with each other. Yeah. Here's another beautiful piece. Again,
It's beautiful. It all looks like bits and pieces of art.
yeah, and this would be a great photo that you could put on your wall, right? Just right there
Exactly.
with the cat. Right. And this right there, I again, more Studio Ghibli love, goodness, right? What was the name? How familiar are you with Studio Ghibli movies, Ralph? Are you?
Which one are you trying to remember?
I'm trying to remember the Porco.
Oh, there you go. You remember?
There you go. I remember. It took me a minute. I was like, "That's what this is reminding me of, Porco." That
It does have that feel to it. Yeah, you're right.
right. And this, of course, so Spirited Away.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking when they showed the ink blocks. I was like, hey, wait a minute, this looks familiar.
The Spirited Away, right? Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh yeah, you can all see bits and pieces of all of that.
That's definitely a love. It's definitely a love.
But it also
letter.
has its own style, which is what makes it even better.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. That's when you take something, when you give a homage to something. The idea is to make you channel the feelings that you get from the original work, but at the same time not stealing the work. So they did a really good job in doing that. Look at just look at all this. Oh, that image right there. Oh, it's beautiful. That bottom image.
Yeah. Look at that. Again, it's another one of those throw everything in there type pieces.
Yeah. It really, I love this image too. This is a nice, cute image, a little different color style, right? And it's varying art again. Right, here's another one.
Wow.
And then look at that, you get the little cat earrings.
That's so cute. They just want to make sure you buy everything.
All right, get the tote bag. Right? Look at that tote bag. And Lampblack. Yep, you can get that. That's a nice T-shirt.
It is a nice T-shirt. Yeah.
Right.
That image is what caught my attention when you sent it to me. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah.
That's some image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it kind of showcases the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So let's see where we are with the project. So I do believe the project is close to being fully funded, if not. And now it's not even letting me show. It's not loading properly.
Oh, it'll show up in a minute.
Yeah, let me just do a reload there.
Reload.
Refresh. Oh, now it's giving me this. I've been going through a lot of this lately. I noticed.
And it's the same thing over here. Like I've had to restart the computer anytime I have the show, and when I forget, it all runs really slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me just take it off the screen while we talk a little bit more about what else is coming up. But Lampblack is coming up. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to take it. And the nice thing about having my computer is that I have Safari as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put Safari page here. If I could figure out how that works. All right. And let's see here. Get that Kickstarter there. Okay, perfect. So they are so very close. And when I mean so very close, I mean so very close. So let me start showing off. Let me stop this part here and let's see where they are. So at the moment, my screen is not, it lets me show Chrome, but it doesn't let me show. I have to show it as a screen. All right, there you go.
There we go.
So right now at the moment,
ooh, they're really close.
Yeah, they're hitting. They're gonna make it. 14 days. A beautiful project like that.
I agree.
It's guaranteed. It's almost guaranteed at this point. But the truth of the matter is, like we mentioned before, with a lot of Kickstarter projects, you want to go past the goal because
definitely.
Not all of them are going to pan through. So people
not all of them are going to pan through. A lot of times, even though they're telling you this is how much we need, they actually need more than that. They're just trying to get it funded, so that they can actually start putting it out there. I always tell people, if you want to make Kickstarter successful, always make them double their money. Because once they have double their money, they are in a good place, and they're going to put all that money back into the project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody's making a profit. I can tell you that.
I know what you mean. Yeah. So there you go. Again, Lampblack 1 and 2 is a fantasy horror comic book in cinematic style, and this is definitely cinematic. I would say, right?
Totally cinematic. Yeah.
All right. So let's go into our next project. This is actually an upcoming project. So let's see here. We could do this. I'm just gonna have to exit the pages because it wants to be a pain in the butt today. So let's go into our next tab, and it's one of yours, and that is Mrs. Claus. All right, talk to me a little bit about Mrs. Claus Tells It All. In fact, let's put on the video. I hope you get to hear it because I'm not sure you'll be able to hear it. So let's see. Can you hear it? Give me a thumbs up if you hear it. No? Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we could figure it out. It is a YouTube video, so I might just open up YouTube for it.
Just open it up on YouTube. It might work better.
It's the problem is more on the lines of what's going on with Chrome in particular.
Well, the good thing is that the pieces tell the story instead of the music. So
Mhm. Yeah.
so even if it's silent,
I don't know about you guys, but man, Indiegogo, it's we're not doing a Kickstarter here. This is an Indiegogo
go
project.
go exactly. Indiegogo.
So an Indiegogo project, and let's go ahead. I'm gonna open up the YouTube link. I'm gonna copy the link. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube since we're actually on YouTube, guys.
YouTube on YouTube. That sounds
So
like a new
does YouTube like it when you showcase YouTube videos within YouTube? I'm not sure how that
That's a
works.
good question. I've always
All right,
wondered that because it
all
used to
right,
be that you showcase YouTube on Facebook.
yeah. I don't know. It's a weird thing, guys, but we don't get paid by YouTube, but we want to. All right, let's get some sound, and I'll put that little rewind button.
There you go. Speaking of jazz,
I love the drones.
yeah. Miss Claus tells all.
Happy Hanukkah.
These guys have a great sense of humor. Their books are fantastic. Cupid's Farewell Christmas is an adult Christmas story, and it's still heartwarming. And I think what their books do is it actually brings you closer to Christmas the way it really is. You know how
Mhm.
Christmas is not perfect. You
Yeah.
know, and yet we still have these great memories of these Christmases, even though we don't think we do, because we're not really thinking about it at that moment. So this
Mhm.
is what this is. This is more of Christmas through the lens of reality. You know?
Yeah, and yeah, with this one in particular, obviously, this is an Indiegogo project. So our friends at Kickstarters, we're sorry, we're not we're doing our best to work together with all talent. So we're more about the comics than
Yeah,
we are about the platform that's
definitely.
being utilized. But Cliff and Evans, they just started this project. I take it, and they're still working really hard to get this project funded. So.
Yeah,
Um,
their first book was, of course, Cupid's Farewell Christmas. And this one's been out for a while. They actually did it first in black and white, and then they did it in color, which is you see all the beautiful color here.
mhm,
You know,
mhm.
and then Mrs. Claus Tells All is the book that they're trying to get made at the moment, and
Mhm.
they have like a trilogy because then I think the next book is called The Elves Strike Back. So
A tell all book. I love it.
it's exactly what it is. It's an adult Christmas story, very heartwarming, even though it's kind of a little bit with the naughty jokes and stuff in it. But I
Yeah.
think that's what makes it even better. Like I said, I feel like it's a more truthful version of what Christmas really is.
Well, it's. I guess you could say it's more like the Bad Santa or something like that.
It's funny
Where,
you
where
say that, but I feel like their Santa is actually better than the bad Santa.
yeah. Well, what I
He's more
mean about it,
badass, but
yeah, what I'm talking about is it's an adult themed version
oh,
of
definitely, yeah.
it. That's what I meant, and it's just again. Look at
There
the
you go.
L
The Elf
strike
Strike Back.
back. Looks
Yeah,
like
supposedly from I'm gathering is that Santa turns into Krampus, and then the elves have to figure out how to fix things.
yeah. Oh, there you go. It gives me that vibe. I don't know if you actually seen the SNL bit
Oh,
with Alec
definitely.
Baldwin.
Hmm.
It's just like the elf.
Oh yeah,
So there you
the
have it.
art is fantastic. It's beautiful what they got. The story's great. It does. It's a little on the adult side, but at the same
Mhm.
time, it's not too raunchy. It's right
Yeah,
down the middle. It's perfect. It's just that it's more centered towards adults, so we understand the humor and where it's coming from.
yeah. So there you have it, guys. The description's in the link, and it's time to go to our next book. So I'm gonna just go right here because all this stuff is lately. Chrome has been acting up in such a weird
Oh,
way.
definitely, man. I've been having issues all over the place.
Okay, so the next book I ended up picking up is called Fast Times in Comic Book Editing.
I
The
saw that, and
reason
I was like,
you
"What the
saw it, right?
heck?"
The reason why I picked it. First of all, it's a love letter to New York. That's in the byline. A love letter to New York City in the '90s, which I don't know about you, man. That was my life. You know, the '90s was my life. Anybody who's watching, you guys know what I'm talking about.
I was
And
there for the '90s and the
I
'80s.
was there for '90s. I did a little bit of the '80s too, but you know, the '90s was my time. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and showcase the video while I put it up here. And let's go there. We have that. And there it is, Fast Times in Comic Book Editing. Let's go
I
ahead
gotta admit,
and
the art caught my attention.
yeah. This is actually pretty funny.
I don't think anyone is going to understand it. I mean, why would they? How in the world does it relate to Fast Times in Comic Book Editing? Other than I look scary.
And there you have it.
What the heck? What did I just watch? I'm
I,
intrigued. I gotta say it works because
but
I'm like, what the heck's going on?
which was great about it because Shelley Vaughn's she was an editor during the time of Bitterroot Fables and Sandman Overture. So
Mm,
so she does have some credibility, right? During predominantly during Vertical, the height of Vertical. So what you ended up seeing was you saw imagery of of people that we know in the comic book industry. If you're in the
yeah.
comic book industry, you know these people, right?
Oh, definitely. I
Um,
saw.
you saw a few familiar
Yeah.
faces, right? So you know this is what life was like for her as an editor, which I actually would love to read because I'm curious to see what it was like to be surrounded by that kind of talent.
Definitely.
That because you have here, if you look here,
Wow.
I know right off the back, I see Neil Gaiman, I see
Yeah.
Grant Morrison.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to remember the other guys. I can't remember the other. Oh, there you go. So we got Matt Wagner, Neil Gaiman, Grant Morrison, Peter Milligan, and really all these guys are legends
Exactly.
in their time, right? You know, Neil Gaiman, Sandman. What can you say about Sandman, right? Matt Wagner, amazing artist and writer. What can you also think about Grant Morrison and the stuff he's done, right? With the
Exactly.
Invisibles, the new X
This
Men,
was the group. Uh, yeah. It's Vertigo. Exactly. That's what I
yeah,
thought it was.
right. And look at this one, a tale of two assistant editors and one office mate from
Oh
hell.
my god.
So I
It does look
again,
interesting. The art really it catches you.
now just look at this imagery of Grant Morrison. When I saw it, like this is totally Grant Morrison for me. So I definitely want to see it. I want to read this. I want to know what life was like being an editor in the '90s with this gang of indie people. And look, she drops St. Mark's Comics. So shout out to St. Mark's Comics, Mitch and St. Mark's Comics. She drops them up, right? Lower East Side. Like look at that. St. Mark's Hotel, man. I know that area. Right? and it was really nice to see the different art styles that you see
Yeah,
from the book.
yeah. I got the art catches you. It's interesting. The way the whole thing is set up is just really interesting.
Yeah, look at that. And it's different. It's completely different pieces of work.
I like the fact that it's an inside job of trying to figure out
Mhm.
you know the comic book business from the inside out.
I know, right? And again, it's a DC. It was a DC imprint. I'm so upset that they got rid of
Vertigo, yeah, a lot of people
Vertigo,
were
man.
upset. Yeah,
It didn't make much sense to me, especially with they replaced it with Black Label, and I'm like, Black Label is not the same, guys. You know what I mean? It just isn't
but
the
that's what they
same.
do. It's the same thing with Milestone. Milestone was doing well, and then DC bought it out, and all of a
Well,
sudden, like,
Milestone was part of DC from the first place.
no, Milestone was Milestone, and then DC bought it out.
Mhm. We'll have to look into that because I'm almost certain it's the other way around.
I don't think Milestone bought DC, but okay.
No. I mean, I think DC Milestone was always an imprint, but
I don't
we
think
could
so. We might have
we
to
could
look
double
it up.
check.
You might
Yeah,
be
we may have
right.
to look it up. If
I
anybody's
may be right.
watching, leave a comment or something, and you let me know for sure. We'll know for sure.
Because what I
But
remember, because I remember Milestone being a great story, a great comic book company. I liked all the characters they came out with, and then all of a sudden, as soon as they started putting it into DC, that's when all the issues started to happen, and I was like, ah.
yeah. So now that we've done these, we're just going to talk about some upcoming projects that are out there. Starting with Designated Issue 1 by Mark Torres. There's not much to share, so I'm just going to share the image. But you could talk to me a little bit about this pick of yours that you wanted to talk about, and then
Well,
we could
Mark
talk.
Torres has been working on this for 30 years.
30-year project. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, he's been working on this for 30 years. He's trying to get it done. You guys can actually hit the page so you can get the notification when the project goes live. We're going to actually have Mark Torres on the show next week to talk about his Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
yeah,
he's
so
gonna be on your show, right?
Yeah, tune in to
Bitten Apple TV.
Exactly. So you can check it out and see all the new bits and pieces of what he's trying to work at here. Yeah, this is his project of love for 30 years. Yeah, and we all know how that is because we all have those projects that we want to get done.
I love the title. I love it. It's a battle between two warring alien races and the teens caught in the middle. Designated.
Designated. Issue 1. Be there.
All right, and then we have our good friend. So let's get to that one.
Phil Russertt.
Right, our good friend Phil Russertt has another project coming up pretty soon.
Well, he has two projects coming up. Yeah,
he has multiple projects coming up. Yeah, absolutely.
This is Tragedy 4, right?
Tragedy number 4, chapters 1 and 3 catch up as well. Phil Russertt, again, he couldn't be with us today because, again, as I mentioned, he was
got back
out
from San Diego.
Yeah, he got back from San Diego. He did a panel and everything. I saw the image, man. I saw it, man. I saw him being a superstar, man.
Dude, man, like I was saying, man, I wanted to be a San Diego Comic Con because all our pals were over there. John Ottinger and his dwarves. Phil was there. Anvu. I was like, dude, all these guys are down there, and it would have been the first time to meet them in person because I haven't met any of those guys in person.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what something to do to head out to San Diego. Yeah, man, we're gonna have to figure out something. I would say road trip, but that's way too far.
That's a road trip and a half.
You got to fly to San Diego. We're from New York.
Mohegan Sun is going to be a road trip, and that's only in Connecticut.
And that's only in Connecticut, guys. Yeah, so Phil Russett's going to have his project Tragedy. He's done really well with Tragedy. He was in San Diego promoting Tragedy. He has some more stuff coming up. He has an imprint coming up.
Oh, the dynamic. Well. He has a conglomerate book with a bunch of different stories, and he's going to release his dynamic in it, which is the story of a hero family, and I'm really into it. I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely. So there you guys have it. Phil Russertt, he our fellow
Get
Kickstarter.
notified.
Yeah. We get notified. The link is in the description, guys. Make sure the link is in the description for all these Kickstarters. So let's go ahead and remove that. And now I want to give a nice, beautiful announcement. Since it's now's a good time for that announcement. You already know the deal, Ralph, but I have to share it with the world. So some of you might have seen it already. Some of you might be aware of this because I've launched plenty of them. But the Izzyverse podcast is now a thing. All right.
Izzyverse.
Izzyverse, yep, I'm in the podcast field now. So this week I launched the Izzyverse podcast, and as of right now, there are multiple audio tracks. So all of these audio tracks are recordings from the Izzyverse YouTube channel. So pretty soon I will have original audio tracks in there. I do plan on doing some comic reviews here and to kind of like build it up for its own thing. But if you want to know a little bit about, is Superman circumcised with with Roy Shorts, there it is. I have a great conversation with Fred Van Lente. Also, Carol Pacheski, if you want to know about the business of comic books, and more importantly, taking your love for geek culture and making it into something, it's there. I have representing the Bronx with the BX Bronx team. My interview with Rags Morales when we talked about DC in Identity Crisis, that was a really good show, Ralph. You missed that one. And just recently we did the Fugitive Poems comics creators, which I talked to last week. I put it up today. So if you guys are if you don't have time to watch the Izzyverse, you can now listen to the Izzyverse.
Exactly.
And we're gonna do the same thing moving forward. So a lot of these videos, all these audios are eventually gonna land in the podcast world. So I'm really excited about that. I'm very happy. It was something I was planning for a while. So, and it was just a matter of time. And you could get it in Spotify. You could get it in Apple Podcast. There'll be some other feeds that you can get it at. But if you go to Spotify, that's probably your safest bet. And that's where you can get it. And you can support us. You can support my channel through doing that. That's one way of doing it. There's a support you could do. You could do monthly subscription of as low as 99 cents. You could give me $1 a month, guys. Wouldn't that be nice?
From as low as 99 cents, you can get the Izzyverse. You
Yeah.
can help out Izzy and make him have better shows, better
show.
better stuff,
Absolutely. So, that'd be great, man. So with that said, let's talk a little bit about Terrific Con.
Dude, man, Terrific Con is going to be a blast. I know that you're going on Friday. You can't
Tomorrow.
Be there, I understand. But I feel like we're all going to have some fun. You're going to go check it out on Friday. Enjoy the convention. Check out the whole place. Mohegan Sun is amazing, and it's an amazing place to have a convention.
Yes, that's what I've heard. A lot of good news about that. Also, so Fugitive Poems are going to be there. I always messed up their name. I always say Fugitive Poets, but they know it's Fugitive Poems.
Fugitive Poems.
They're going to be there. The guest list is insane, guys.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's a fantastic guest list of talent that both old and new will be there. Let me just go ahead and pull this little list just so you could hear what kind of talent's going to be. There will be
that wonderful bean footage.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at that list. I know these guys in Terrific Con will be happy to see it. But just to show you some people that are going to be there. So look, Jim Starlin, man. Jim Starlin. I got to talk to Jim. Garth Ennis.
One of the reasons I like Terrific Con so much is because it's a comic convention.
Yes, Dan Jerkins. And we celebrated 30 years of Superman's death. Would you believe that?
Dude.
So Dan Jerkins is there. Mark Bagley.
Man, if
Kevin Conroy,
if it wasn't so much trouble, I pull out my Death of Superman book. But that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Tim Daly, Superman and Batman are going to be there. Come on, man.
There's
so
our
that's
friend Shannon, of course, with his beautiful art. John
John
Romita Senior.
Romita
Oh,
Jr.,
John Romita Jr.
Jerry Conway,
Oh, look at this list. Oh,
Garth Ennis, Dan Jurgens,
woo.
Ryan Otley. Like I said, past and present.
Exactly.
Right? Jim Shooter will be there.
Oh my God, Jim Shooter.
Rick Leonardi. Oh,
Woo.
he's not going to be able to make him next year. Oh, look, we got the date for next year. I might be able to go that weekend. Howard Chatkin's going to be there. Look, Fabian, he's the co-creator of Deadpool. He's going to be there. Jerry Bingham, he did some Batman work, some Marvel team ups. Yeah, unfortunately, Jose Luis Garcia can't make it. Marquita Andolfo, she did some good stuff with Mercy, Harley Quinn, Sweet Paprika. That's a pretty popular book right now, Sweet Paprika.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gene Ha, gorgeous artist. Beautiful
Look at
artwork.
that stuff, man. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Stephanie Phillips, she's big time artist, writer right now. She is. So I think she's doing Grimm, right? If I'm not mistaken, she's the writer of Grimm. Mark Bagley, who's coming back to Spider-Man. I don't know if you heard the news.
Yeah, I heard the news.
He's coming back to Spider-Man. But Jim Starlin. Oh, look, Jim Starlin can't make it, unfortunately. Darn it. Oh, Jerry Cannonlaw. Jerry Orwell. Remember Jerry Orwell? Yep. Look at that. Oh, Brett Breeding's another famous inker.
Can you believe it's been 30 years since the death of Superman?
I know, man. Look, Scott Hanna, friend of the channel. I've had him in the show. So Scott Hanna.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Casera. Oh, Joe St. Pierre. I had him in the channel too, so I'll go say hi. I'm going to say hi to a lot of these guys we talked back. Pat Broderick.
You should hit them all up.
Keith Williams, man. The clone. I swear Keith Williams is a clone. He's in every show. He's literally everywhere.
Yeah.
We get to talk to Keith, Dana Ford. We got Mike DiCarlo is going to be there. John Dell. Bobby Boskaski. I can never get that last name. Sam De La Rosa. Michael Golden. Come on. This guy, Michael Golden, is the man that inspired Todd McFarlane, in case you guys didn't know that. Right? Look, Chris again, and the list just keeps going. Dan DiDio is going to be there.
Oh, my God. Look at this.
Dan DiDio, the former publisher of DC Comics, is going to be there. See, look, and the editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics, C.B. Cebulski, is going to be there as well. All right, Klaus Janson. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Alex Salovic, another great artist from back in the day that I remember. Mark Morales, a fantastic inker.
Mm.
Howard Mackey, another great writer.
Mackey, wow.
Yeah, Dan Parrott. Parent, when I say Parrott. Larry Hama, man.
Larry Hama, G.I. Joe, man.
G.I. Joe,
come on. Fan of his. I used to love those G.I. Joe comics. Mm.
Well, the silent issue of Snake Eyes, remember that one?
Oh my God, yeah, that's my favorite one. It's one of the best showcases of just being able to tell a story in silence.
Yeah, Tony Harris, Starman glory. He was a great artist back then. So Cully Hamner. I can never get his name out. He's another one that I always loved his work. Whenever I saw his work, it was fantastic. It was beautiful to look at. Right? Paul Cuthbert.
Look, Vigilante and Peacemaker.
Yeah, there you go, Peacemaker. D.G. Chichester, writer of Nick Fury. And again, look, I haven't even stopped, guys. Look at this.
Dude, that is a lot of comic people.
I'm not going to even catch all of them, right? Renee Widstatter.
Dude, our friend is happy to go over there and start signing things off. Copy 801. You know, he brings like tons of books, gets them all signed.
Yeah, I would do that. That was the old me. The new me won't do that because I got way too many books these days. I can't do it like I used to.
He had like 2 short boxes last time.
I used to do that.
Oh.
No, I used to do the short boxes. I used to do it, and I would go into the shows and be like, "Here we go. We got some artists." All right, Carl Parks. He's another Punisher fame. All right, and again, Tim Townsend, another great inker from the 90s. He did a lot of X-Men inks. All right. And look, we even got My Little Pony, right? And it's like it's not stopping.
Look at Tim Jones, Jim Tornes, dude, man.
Sean
Sean
Crystal, Ronnie Ramos.
Ramos. Woo,
You know Ronnie Ramos, man. How can we not know Ronnie Ramos?
I think, dang, look at this list of comic greats, man.
Mm-hmm. Joe Corey, Barry Freelander, Pete Tomasi,
Pete Tomasi.
Keith Champagne, Franco. I had Art Baldassar on my show. What a wonderful guy! Wonderful guy. I can't wait to talk to Franco. Be like, hey, I talked to Art. Now I'm talking to Franco. Right, Richard. Look at another one. Classic. Ron Gartney.
Oh my God.
Right. One of my favorite Spider-Man covers is this one right here.
That is a nice cover.
Loved it. I
Back in
bought
the
the poster. I put it up in the wall one time. Right.
As long
Tom
as
Randy,
spider
another one.
eyes are big, that's all I care. Spider eyes are big.
Tom Randy is one of the guys that I absolutely fell in love with his work, because of his work in Warlock Chronicles.
Right.
I immediately ate his stuff up, so I can't wait to talk to Tom. Mike McCone, another one that
Oh,
I can't believe I can't finish this scroll, man.
look at this, man. We're still going.
We're still going. How long has it been? We've been talking about this for a while now, right?
We've been at least here for 10 minutes. Look at this, Chris
And
Campana.
this is and look at Tony
Tony
Cordos.
Cordos. Oh,
Adrian Mel, another one. Look at she does Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Michael Reese,
Mike,
and
it's like the whole comic industry is there.
look at this. Joe Prunit of Aftershock.
Oh,
Like Aftershock has been doing a lot of great work lately. A lot of their books have been really good. Astronaut Down is a really good book. The Calculated Man is also another really good book that they're pulling out. So yeah, this is definitely a good show. Joe Stanton, even classic legends like Joe Stanton, right? Don Simpson, another one.
Mm.
Chris D'Elia, another Chainsaw Massacre. He did He-Man, for God's sakes. All right, Ryan Gary Brown. Ooh, that's another good name. Art Sonum, the Zombie King. I spoke to him back
yeah,
in
he's great.
Big Apple.
Yeah, he's a blast.
Bob Ullman, another fantastic inker. All right. Jim Salford, another. He is Spider-Man Glory, man. Spider-Man Glory from the 80s. Ariel Diaz from Carnival Comics booth. She's going to be with them. So is John Gia. Al McGraw, another great
terrific. Oh, Al Milgram. Whoa.
Bob another great inker.
Oh, Bob McLeod. Oh,
like Billy Tucci.
Billy Tucci. We know Billy. He's a blast. He's a
Guy
great guy.
Tom Nugent. Oh
Damn. It just keeps going.
It just doesn't stop.
Jason May. Keep going.
Oh, look, Javi Jordan's going to be there. I got to go say what's up to Javi. I was supposed to talk to him a while back, and I never had a
the
chance
Comic
to.
Men, they bring some great people out, the Comic Men. And great alternate covers.
I'm going to be there just for tomorrow, unfortunately. And even that is like, look, it's not Ribic.
You're going to be busy tomorrow.
Like, I don't know how I'm going to talk to all these people. I'll be like, yo, you got 5 minutes?
Shannon Meyer. Dude, his art is
I think we finally made it. We finally made it to
the end.
But I'm going to tell you right now, that's just the comic creator list.
Yeah, that's only the comic guys.
Right?
You got to imagine everybody else is going.
So I'm not going to go down the list here, but we got Tim Daly. We got Andrea Paquin. We got
I know why we're here, because you want to show off.
Oh, there's one name I want to get. Look at Joey Pantaloni.
Oh, my God.
David Foley, Kids in the Hall.
Oh, my God, he's going to be there? Oof.
Yeah, look at this guy. Dan Fogarty from Fantastic Beasts.
Damn. This is something.
But yes.
There we go.
Batman himself will be there. The voice of Batman. I am excited about that one. Phil Lamar was also be there. All right, Susan Eisenberg. Yeah, man, look at this. And this is a voice that I grew up listening. Dan Gillivans. He was the voice of Spider-Man.
Look at all that stuff he's in.
He was the voice of Spider-Man. Michael Bell.
Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends. The original one.
Look, Jim Cummings. That is the voice of Winnie the Pooh, guys.
Wow, Jim Cummings.
All right, Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
I can't, look, Kristen Swanson, the original Buffy Vampire Slayer.
Wow.
And look,
This is
the
so
first, he was canceled, unfortunately. He couldn't make it. Courage the Cowardly
Oh, good.
Dog.
Dude, Marty's going to be
Shazam!
oh, my God. I got to talk to Marty this weekend.
Look at that. The cast of
Shazam!
Shazam. Unfortunately, Santana's going to be there. But Ortiz
Oh,
is
look
going
at
to be.
that. Larry's
We
going
got
to be
our
Larry Kinney.
we got our wrestlers, man. We got Ortiz. We got Dustin Rose, formerly known as Goldust. Right? Abaddon. She's scary, man. Abaddon's scary, dude. What a
This
show.
is
What a
terrific. This is not even any half the
This-
stuff. Dude, did you see the video that the cosplayers put out?
It's insane. It's how much I'm so I cannot believe how much stuff is going on in this show.
This show alone, yeah, definitely, man. Wow.
You know what I mean? This show by itself is insane with the amount of people that are going to the show. So, you know, it's mind-boggling all the people that are here. Like, I don't even know how they could contain it. So we'll see what happens. I'll do my best tomorrow to get as many people as I can talk to.
You're gonna be busy, dude.
I'm gonna do my best, man, because it's gonna be me and my daughter. We're gonna be going to the show. We're gonna take our equipment. We're gonna be recording stuff. We're gonna be doing our pull list there, and it's gonna be a blast, man. So let's end this show. But before we end it, where can we find you, Ralph?
I am Written Writ Ralph, part of Bitten Apple TV. We have Apple Bites on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Written Writ on Wednesdays at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can find me anywhere, Bitten Apple TV or the Written Writ Ralph.
All right, guys, and you know me, it's Izzyverse. We'll see you next time in the Izzyverse. Take care, guys.